Wow, so I got 7 minutes in, and the screen minimized. I had to start over. Schwarzschild, Chandrasekhar, Derelict Reaper, IFF, Derelict Reaper. I got 7 minutes in. I had to start over. Then I watched the whole thing, and it turned out that I didn't record because the hard drive had gotten filled up again. Yeah, that's what keeps on happening. And then I chose Garrus and Towley because I thought that there was going to be Geth on the Derelict Reaper because they were the ones that had electronics. So now we're watching this scene again, and I'm repeating all my dialogue a third time. Yeah, we'll see if we can even remember or feel like saying anything. Yeah, that's how it goes. This isn't the only time that's happened. Now this mission is just becoming grueling. It's becoming grueling only after like an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, it's becoming grueling. And there's the inevitable time of playing the video and then playing the game again later. And I chose Collector Particle Beam, but Grenade Launcher would have been fine. I leveled up Towley and chose improved AI hacking as opposed to area AI hacking.
Well, job, Joker.
And I leveled up a little bit myself too.
There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as Geth.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in. What just happened?
The Reaper's Mass Effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Eye of the Hurricane, huh?
Yeah, and the subtitles are on, and next time I'll have them off when I play the game again on computer. Mass Effect Legendary on computer. And played Borderlands 2 a bunch of times while riding a bike. And it's like, hey, why didn't you play Mass Effect that many times instead?
What just happened?
The Reaper put up kinetic barriers. I don't think we can get through from our side.
As curious as I am about the Reapers, I'd rather not be trapped inside.
What else can we try?
I need options, Joker. What have you got for me?
Shepard, a kinetic barrier can only be produced by a Mass Effect generator. That is true for any ship, even a Reaper. At the moment of activation, I detected a heat spike in what is likely the wreck's Mass Effect core, sending the coordinates now. Be advised, this core is also maintaining the Reaper's altitude.
So when we take the barriers down to escape, the wreck falls into the planet core.
And that means everyone dies. Yeah, I got it.
We need this ship.
I hate to lose this thing. We need all the information we can get on the Reapers.
We should be able to recover the research team's data.
Don't take too long. I'll have the ship ready to pick you up. Normandy out.
Everything's dead. I've seen this too many times.
You're married? You never mentioned that. Katie had anger management issues.
Workout log.
The best man tried to hit on her. She kicked him down the church steps. What? Katie's mine?
Indoctrination.
Hostiles up ahead!
Zombies! Space zombies!
Firing eye impact shot!
And then I started, and it's almost like deja vu. I'm reliving this moment over and over again.
Making husk.
And I started talking about how this game was special because it was one of the first games I got for PS3. Now switching over to PS3 from the Xbox 360. And I had this game and Mag. But then after I beat this game, and I showed it off to a friend, and he didn't really like it, and I ended up, I started my second playthrough, and, you know, it wasn't as exciting on the second playthrough, and I ended up taking the game to GameStop and returning it for $30 store credits, and I used that $30 store credit to get Fallout New Vegas. And then when I moved into the apartment again, my friend was playing Fallout New Vegas, so we had our TVs next to each other, and we were both playing Fallout New Vegas at the same time. And then later that winter, Skyrim came out. I ended up getting Skyrim.
Enemies ahead.
Then when I moved back in with my parents, I went to GameStop and got some more used games, like BioShock 2.
This should punch through their armor.
And might as well not mention Brink. And Metal Gear Solid 5, never got around to playing that. Sons of the Patriots or something. And, oh, I also got Infamous 2 when that came out. And then when I got the first Infamous again, and Infamous was the rival of Prototype, but most people wouldn't want you to play Infamous or Prototype and would say play Spider-Man instead. And yeah, I got some used games like Killzone Trilogy, and I don't think I beat Killzone Trilogy because he just sort of got stuck at parts.
Before, Shepard. Dragon's teeth, your people call them. The Geth used them on Eden Prime.
I've seen a few myself, on Eden Prime, and a few other places. Keep sharp. The science team was nearly 100 strong. There may be a lot more husks.
Right after Skyrim came out, Mass Effect 3 was coming out, and so I got Mass Effect 2 again as a digital download this time. So that way you can't resell it. But then people were getting kind of fed up with me the first time I was trying to replay it. It's like, hey, just because Mass Effect 3 is coming out, that doesn't mean you need to replay all the Mass Effects and try and have an ultimate playthrough.
This might be useful.
It's like, well, whose opinion is that? Don't like you naysaying. And I mean, most people didn't even finish Mass Effect 3, so it seemed like everyone was super excited for it, and then all the excitement just stopped for some reason. I don't want to go into the details. I guess everyone had their own reasons, or just sort of happened that way. then I got those used games, BioShock 2, and modern. And when I was playing BioShock 2, I was like watching Smallville or something, and I guess that's when I started watching Parks and Recreation. And let's see here, PS3 games. That's when I got Modern Warfare 3, but I was getting that late, and it's like, oh, we already played Modern Warfare 3. And probably got Battlefield 3. Yeah, that sounds right. And then the same story. I was like, oh, why didn't you get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 again? And it's like, oh, I already did that game. I didn't want to do it all over again.
Since when do Geth talk to Organdans?
Modern Warfare. Oh yeah, and that's when I got Black Ops 2 for Christmas. I think one Thanksgiving or something, my cousin was over. And he's like, "Oh, you have Black Ops," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I have it, but I don't really like it. I liked Modern Warfare better." And I think he might have asked if he could have it, and I said, "Yeah." He's like, oh, sweet, this wasn't a waste of time after all. Well, I'm not sure if that happened at all, you know. I don't really remember. Maybe I still have it, but I don't seem to see it anywhere. And that's when Borderlands 2 came out. Yeah, Borderlands 2 came out, and was trying to play that, or I was waiting to play it split screen, and everyone was not just rolling their eyes, but getting angry at the idea of playing a split screen.
They should soften them up.
And Borderlands, and then I moved back into the apartment and started playing Skyrim again, and then also picked up a Game of the Year edition of Fallout 3, and was playing Borderlands 2, Skyrim, and Fallout 3. And I moved back home again, and at that point, I was really into Borderlands 2. Eventually got the first Borderlands again and played that again. But when I moved back into the apartment, I had also gotten Dead Rising 2 off the record. I like this soundtrack right now. I always love when that music kicks in. It's kind of like Gears of War. Yeah, Borderlands 2. Oh, and that's when I started playing League of Legends on the laptop. And then eventually I got Grand Theft Auto 5. But I didn't really get into it right away. And only got into it later after I got a PS4 and got the game again for PS4. That was my first PS4 game. That was almost sort of a good thing that I didn't play it, so that, you know, the reveal was still strong. But I haven't played through the game again since the first time, and then I was looking for more PS4 games, and I got Final Fantasy X Remastered, which wasn't that good. Yeah, that's sort of embarrassing. Oh yeah, and then I played South Park: The Stick of Truth on PS3, and got it again on Xbox One, pre-ordering the sequel, and I played through it again on Xbox One, recording the whole thing using the game DVR, which is what this is recorded on, and those were my best videos because they were South Park. That's kind of controversial, and you almost wish you didn't do that. And it's like, well, what did you get out of that? Well, I guess all my dreams of having good YouTube videos. But, yeah, then it's like, well, South Park is kind of gross. I have a more objective opinion of it now. Not that I don't appreciate those video game flips. And yeah, that's when the pre-sequel came out for Borderlands. And that's sort of how things were in 2015. 2015, 2016, you know, getting the PS4 after that. And then not too long after that, that's when Overwatch came out. And at the time, I still thought I was good at these games because of what I believed about myself from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and also from MAG. It was pretty clear that you weren't that good at those video games if everyone else was trying at the same time, and if it was like a fair and balanced game and you didn't have your squad with you. Probably also thought I was pretty good from playing Borderlands. But I still got Platinum in Overwatch.
There we go.
And then, yeah, I had an Xbox One because I wanted to play Halo 5 and hadn't played Halo since Halo 3. But, you know, actually, I played Halo ODST with a friend, split screen. And then my friends were in college. One of them was playing Halo Reach when we were playing Modern Warfare 2. And when I was playing Borderlands 2, my brother was playing Halo 4. So a lot of it was still going on. And yeah, I was trying to play Halo 5, and that also had ranked, and I was Platinum in Team Slayer, and maybe like Rumble Pit or whatever, but then Gold and everything else. There were like 10 types of ranked. You had to do 10 placement matches each, so it was like doing 100 placement matches. And that was probably how much you wanted to play the game in general. It was just like 100 matches. And then you couldn't get any better at the game. It was really difficult for me to get any better at it, which then above Platinum would have been Diamond. And I did play with Diamond players because by the end of it, after doing a bunch of Warzone, I got invited into a Discord clan, and they were all Diamond players, but all I did was die a bunch. Well, now you know. when I got Xbox One, the first game I got was like Dead Rising 4 or 5 when I was Frank West again. And then I got the prototype game again. I only had a few games on Xbox One, but I had most of my games on PS4 because the Borderlands guys, when I got the remastered game, I was able to port over my Borderlands characters, and they got me into streaming. But then I was playing Overwatch and Borderlands, and I had music on when I was doing that, and I got a 90-day ban for playing music.
Weapons ready.
Yeah. And then I set up Restream IO. At the end of the month, I would restream, like the last 3 days, I would play all the video game videos I had recorded again on Restream IO, but it was on my MacBook, and there are audio problems with the MacBook for streaming. So it was really low quality back when I was first using Restream IO and streaming to Twitch and stuff. And I did that while I was still playing Monster Hunter World. That was when the show Gotham was new. Monster Hunter World!
Can do.
Coming!
And,
Enemy!
yeah, when I first got into streaming, I tried playing all these games again the summer of like 2017. You know, the Mass Effect trilogy and the Fallout games and Elder Scrolls, sort of. And got as far as I could the first time. And Rainbow Six Vegas 2. And, yeah, the video quality was really bad. But, you know, I hit the ground running back in 2017, and there was very little success, sort of. So then you don't really have that much energy, because you already know that these videos aren't going to do good, and that you're just kind of sort of doing this thing. And then, you know, you finish a bad recording, low-quality playthrough,
Want something done with that gas?
and then this is sort of like the next step up, and this is taking years because I'm doing it as such a side project.
You said it yourself. No one's ever found one intact.
And it'll look even better when I start over again at the end of this video game
Come on.
and starts Mass Effect Legendary on the computer.
Hang on, folks.
Well, I can't really explain everything. Not too sure if that was everything I wanted to talk about.
We're clear. Go.
Yeah, just a real quick cinema scene, and then I'll save, and hopefully it recorded this time. But I had to re-record this a couple of times, so I don't know if the player dialogue video commentary was that good.
We need to discuss the unique piece of salvage we recovered. For now, we've stored it in Edie's AI core. We need better
And I
equipment
need to
fight
get
the
something to
Reapers.
eat after
An intact
this.
Geth would be invaluable to Cerberus's cyber weapons division.
We'll have to disagree on that, ma'am.
I was talking
I saw
myself
enough of these
hoarse.
things on Eden Prime. Space it.
Cerberus has a long-standing cash bounty for an intact Geth. I assure you, the reward is significant.
I want to talk to it first.
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up. Interrogate it.
If we activate it, there is no guarantee we
Achievement
can deactivate it
unlocked.
again.
Bullets can.
That's not what I...
Thank you, both of you, for your recommendations. I've made my decision.
Tally's gonna freak when she hears about this. So what about this Reaper IFF?
I have determined how to integrate it with our systems. However, the device is Reaper technology. It is important we test it thoroughly before attempting the Omega-4 relay. It will take some time to properly integrate it with our own systems.
Get on it.
Let me know when it's done. Until then, we keep building our team.
Of course, Shepard. The crew will begin work immediately.
I'll let you know when the IFF is ready for shakedown.